So to start off, these 3 rules for electron configuration. You must remember these 3 rules. These 3 rules will always lead to your success. If you forget one of the 3 rules, then you're not successful. And if you haven't learned with me yet, I'm always going to throw some tricks out there. So if you remember your 3 rules, you're good. First one we're going to talk about is the Aufbau principle. Let me spell it, because it's not spelled how you think you spell it. So the Aufbau principle. This is the first rule you need to learn about. If there's anything I can tell you about in chemistry, what we're caring about now is the electron. Where is the electron? Why is it there? How does the electron act? Where will we find it? What will it do? We're so caught up on these electrons. So, the Aufbau principle, it states that an electron will occupy the lowest energy level. That's a fancy way for saying it will always take the lowest energy level. That can hold it. So you guys remember when we talked about excited states, ground states, and all those ground states? That's what this is talking about. It always wants into the lowest energy level possible. Okay? It's kind of like, let's say you go on vacation, and here's your favorite restaurant on the first floor. Well, would you rather be on the first floor, or would you rather be on the second floor? On the first floor, right there's your favorite restaurant. It's like, you step outside your room and bam, right there you are. It is there for the taking. Okay? I want to show you a trick. This is not my preferred method, but I still will show you the trick. You want me to use purple, right? Okay, we'll use purple. So excited. Here we go. Purple marker. This is the trick. So we're going to start with the S's. I know you're not knowing what I'm talking about yet. We're going to get there. So 1S, 2S, 3S, 4S, 5S, 6S, and 7S. Then you're going to go... The iPhone, this is pretty good. He said it. Are we talking iPhone? All right. Then we're going to start with P's. P's start with 2. 2P. 3P. 4P. 5P. 6P. And 7P.
How come we don't put a 1P?
Because it does not exist. Always remember that the P's start with 2P. If you need help for that, ask yourself, 2P or not 2P? That is the question. There we go. We just went across the curriculum today in chemistry, ladies and gentlemen. Mark it down.
I'm just dumbfounded.
With what? We ain't even there yet. All right, then we're going to start with the D orbitals. D starts at 3. 3D. 4D. 5D. And 6D. There is, but we never use it.
Oh, man.
Then after D comes F.
Skip D.
It starts at 4.
4A.
4F. 5F.
So you're making a big triangle. And I bet there's no...
Kinda. What this is dealing with is fill order.
field order?
It shows how electrons will feel. So this is how you will get it. This is method number 1. So to find your field order, you start here. You draw this pretty little thing. So when you get your quiz on Friday, this could be the first thing you draw on there. And then you take and you draw arrows through it. So 1S. So you go 1S first. Then 2S. Now things start getting interesting. 2P, 3S. Then after 3S, you go 3P, 4S. So 3P, 4S. Now stuff gets really interesting. Because we'll go 3D, 4P, 5S. Things done got interesting. Now, we go again. 4D, 5P, 6S. 4D, 5P, 6S. As if you thought things couldn't get even more interesting. We're going to jump here to 4F, 5D, 6P, 7S. So, 4F, 5D, 6P, 7S. Then we go 5F, 6D, 7P. 5F, 6D, and 7P. I don't know if this is on the video or not, but this is how you can find your field order. Make sure I got it on the video. Look at that.
Cool editing skills.
Yeah, I'm really not editing.
Get some like laser lights flashing.
All this is, if you can draw this out correctly, and you just keep following the arrows through. You start at the right, and you go arrows left. That's your first method to find your field order. Either way you go, if you go with the first method, or you go with the second method, your field order will be 1S, 2S, 2P, 3S, 3P, 4S, 3D, 4P, 5S, 4D, 5P, 6S, 4F, 5D, 6P, 7S, 5F, 6D, 7P. How many of y'all want to try and remember that? No, remember the method. There's a method to the madness. Just remember this. Okay? And this is coming back to Aufbau principle. An electron will occupy the lowest energy level that can hold it. So, what this is saying is, like, 4S is lower than a 3D, and that's way lower than 7P. What you're going to learn is, you remember those energy levels we talked about?
Yeah.
These numbers in front of these letters are talking about the energy level. Okay, any questions dealing with field order? Nothing?
Yeah, when we're going to use this?
Today.
I mean, I know that, but
Friday.
that's that too. I mean, like in a problem. When this one comes.
Today.
Alright. Exciting.
Yeah.
What's the S, P, and D mean?
Those are what we call orbitals. And
Are they?
typically what you'll see is some people will teach quantum numbers before you get to electron configuration. but I learned in my student teaching, it's better if you will start with configurations and go to quantum numbers. Because now you're seeing this S, this P, this D, and this F. So now you're starting to ask yourself, what is that? So then whenever we go into the quantum numbers, you're like, oh, so that's what that is. Instead of me going to the quantum numbers, throwing out, this is S, P, D, and F. And you're like, what? Hold up.
Did you say Orbeez?
Orbitals. Okay, questions?